Hello, everyone. I'll keep this very brief since I share the stage with dignitaries who've probably had more experience than the number of years I've lived, right? But anyway, I will try to walk you through my little character arc and hopefully you can take something from it because speaking to a room full of entrepreneurs, I've been a first generation entrepreneur myself at some point, and now I'm playing the role of a second generation entrepreneur. And my last stint, I will come to that. I was working as a VC or an investor. So maybe, I've gone through hundreds of pitch decks and invested in a lot of those. So my journey began with a little startup called HotelKey. There were four of us back then, and I was one of their founding engineers. I was a obsessed coder, and then with my stint there, that company slowly turned into a unicorn. And they're approaching and raising funds from names like Blackstone and SoftBank now, which is quite a great deal. And they have about 600 people here in Nagpur, which is great, right? And I moved on and became an obsessed trader. And I figured I wanted to work at one of the hedge funds. So the only path was doing a PhD or an MBA. So I decided to study at ISB in Hyderabad. And then I got picked up by this guy called Nikhil Kamath. I'm sure all of you have heard of him. In the past 3 years, I spent with him. We deployed about 800 crores in different startups across AI, across coffee, across pizza. And that was a very humbling experience. And also found out a lot about what it takes to be an entrepreneur. And I think the one thing I learned and the one thing I would like to leave everybody with, hopefully my little experience can teach you something, is that there's no formula. There are no geniuses or there are no heroes, right? I realized sitting in a room full of the top minds of India that everybody is just like you and me, right? So point is, I think all of us have the right to win. All of us have the right to go there, get things done and be at the top of the food chain here, really changing the world and putting something out. So I'm very happy to see that Ved and Lemon Ideas are furthering the Nagpur story. The entrepreneurial ecosystem here really needed a push like this. I'm very happy to see this and I'm extremely honored to be a part of this. Thank you for having me on stage and giving me a little minute to speak about myself. Thank you very much. I hope you took something out of this.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.